Hear of unfinished business taking on a second term leading Ohio and taking our questions. Current polling numbers show Mike DeWine beat his Democratic challenger Nan Whaley by more than 1 million votes. And post-election day, he's giving us his first interview. He went one-on-one with investigator Haley Nelson. Haley, what did you talk about?
Stacia, everything from his priorities for the next 4 years to abortion access in Ohio. He tells me he is focused on the right now and taking on real issues. We sat down at the governor's mansion where he echoed an election day comment. There's unfinished business in Ohio.
Ohio is on the move. This is a great time in Ohio history.
Mike DeWine excited about this time for Ohio and his election day win.
Despite the fact that, we went through the pandemic, we went through difficult times, I think what people saw is that I listened.
One of his first mentions, people and mental health.
What will your priorities be for the next term?
Make sure that if you've got a child or if you've got a loved one and they need to have mental health assistance they need, that you're able to get that and you don't have to wait in line. The same way with the drug problem. We continue to have a drug problem.
Another priority, helping Ohio's children. It's something he brings up for kids of all ages, from prenatal care to having a pathway post-graduation.
Mike and Fran DeWine.
Election night, a big win in general for Ohio Republicans.
What do you make of that? A lot of people say it's a red wave going on right now.
And it's clear that we did not see a national red wave. The office holders, people who are running for office who were really successful were ones who demonstrated that they were focused on things that really mattered to people. Jobs.
But even with that good showing, he is facing serious issues and critiques on some topics.
I want to ask you about gun violence and community safety. Of course, there was some criticism regarding training that bill with concealed carry. We actually just saw yesterday the city of Columbus move to ban assault rifles. What is your response to some of those critiques?
Look, I think we still have unfinished business to do. I think if you look at what goes on in Columbus or Lima or Mansfield or Dayton, Toledo, we're seeing violence that is occurring. We're seeing young children who are shot, who are totally innocent. I have a bill in front of the legislature that I would ask them again, I'm asking them right now to pass, and that would say that if you've been convicted of a violent offense and you're no longer allowed to have a gun, if we catch you with a gun, if you're just riding and you've got a gun, we need to throw the book at you.
Will we see more action regarding reproductive and abortion rights? And what would you say to people who feel this is government overreach?
The law must be clear. We've had significant criticism over the last few months since the decision was handed down. This law needs to be clear. I think they need to take that into consideration.
They being the state legislature led by his Republican Party, but they haven't always seen eye to eye.
It's kind of interesting. We had confrontation with the General Assembly where we disagreed over health issues. But the truth is that we were able to go far enough without them doing anything to be able to pretty effectively do what we needed to do to protect people in the state of Ohio.
As for his legacy and message to Ohio,
what would you hope that is?
Well, I'm not too good on legacies. I live in the present, and I live in trying to fix problems every day and trying to make things better for people and give people more opportunity. But I can tell you what my intent is. My intent is to continue to invest in people.
Haley, I know there's so much more that you talked about. When it comes to Intel, and that continues to be a big talker,
Sure.
Are we going to see more development here in Ohio? Did he allude to that?
I asked him about that, Stacia. Of course, short answer on that, yes. Of course, Intel is hard to top, but he says we are going to see more companies that are suppliers to Intel and more announcements to come. Of note, he says he is looking to spread out development. Did get some critiques about this in the past, said that this is not just going to be growth in central Ohio, for example. So, Stacia, he does want to see a little bit more spread across the state moving forward.
I know you have posted this on abc6onyourside.com. What else can people see there?
Sure, we talked about a lot. We dug in a lot deeper to those issues about abortion rights access. I asked him about the redistricting saga. Plus, I asked how he plans to accomplish certain priorities that we spoke about. We're posting that entire sit-down interview on our website. Just click on that story.